1. Athens, the heart of ancient Greece. Why visit? The capital is home to the Acropolis, Parthenon, and ancient Agora, giving you a deep dive into history. Scenery bonus. Climb Lycabettus Hill for panoramic city views or relax in the charming Plaka neighborhood. 2. Santorini, volcanic beauty with a historic twist. Why visit? Known for its whitewashed buildings and blue domes, but also has Acroteria, Minoan Bronze Age settlement, often called the Greek Pompeii. Scenery bonus. Breathtaking sunset views in Oj, stunning red and black sand beaches, and the dramatic caldera landscape. 3. Delphi, oracle of the gods and mountain views. Why visit? Home to the Temple of Apollo, where ancient Greeks sought wisdom from the oracle. Scenery bonus. Nestled on Mount Parnassus, offering stunning mountain views and hiking trails. For Crete, ancient legends and exotic beaches. Why visit? The Palace of Knossos, linked to the legend of the Minotaur, is a scenery bonus. Visit Elophonis Beach for its pink sand, Samaria Gorge for an epic hike, and Balos Lagoon for Caribbean-like waters. 5. Meteora, monasteries in the sky. Why visit? Monasteries built on top of towering rock formations, dating back to the 14th century. Scenery bonus. Unreal landscapes that look like something out of a fantasy movie, perfect for photography and hiking. 6. Rhodes, nights and crystal clear waters. Why visit? The medieval Old Town, a UNESCO site, is one of the best preserved medieval cities in Europe. Scenery bonus. Gorgeous beaches, hidden coves, and the stunning Valley of the Butterflies. 7. Nafplio, the romantic seaside town. Why visit? One of Greece's most beautiful towns, with Venetian architecture, neoclassical mansions, and the impressive Palamidi Fortress. Scenery bonus. Stroll along the waterfront, explore the charming old town, or take a boat trip to Bertzi Castle in the middle of the sea. 8. Mycenae, the kingdom of Agamemnon. Why visit? Explore the ancient ruins of Mycenae, home to the legendary King Agamemnon from Homer's epics. Scenery bonus. Rolling hills and panoramic views of the surrounding Peloponnesian countryside. 9. Thessaloniki, history meets vibrant culture. Why visit? Greece's second largest city is rich in history, with Byzantine churches, the White Tower, and the Rotunda of Scenery bonus. A lively waterfront, great nightlife, and stunning sea views along the promenade. 10. Corfu, Venetian, charm and green paradise. Why visit? Corfu's Old Town is a UNESCO World Heritage Site with Venetian, French, and British influences. Scenery bonus. Lush green landscapes, Paleocastrateza Beach, and Canal de Mor, a natural rock formation with crystal clear waters. 11. Zakynthos Shipwreck Beach and Sea Caves. Why visit? The famous Navajo Shipwreck Beach is a must-see, only accessible by boat. Scenery bonus. The Blue Caves, sea turtles in Laganas Bay, and breathtaking cliffs. 12. Epidaurus, ancient theater and healing sanctuary. Why visit? The ancient theater of Epidaurus is one of the best preserved Greek theaters, still used for performances today. Scenery bonus. Located in a serene valley with lush surroundings, perfect for a peaceful getaway. 13. Monemvasia, Greece's hidden medieval town. Why visit? A stunning medieval fortress town built into a massive rock formation. Scenery bonus. Stone-paved alleys, dramatic sea cliffs, and gorgeous sunset views over the Aegean. 14. Mount Olympus, the mythical home of the gods. Why visit? Hike to the highest mountain in Greece, where Zeus and the gods were believed to reside. Scenery bonus. Incredible views, lush forests, waterfalls and rugged peaks. 15. Delos, the sacred island of the ancient Greeks. Why visit? One of the most important archaeological sites in Greece, considered the birthplace of Apollo and Artemis. Scenery bonus. Surrounded by the deep blue waters of the Aegean, with great island hopping opportunities nearby. 16. Patmos, the island of the Apocalypse. Why visit? Home to the Cave of the Apocalypse, where St. John is said to have written the Book of Revelation. Also features the Monastery of St. John. Scenery bonus. Quiet, pristine beaches, whitewashed villages, and stunning Aegean sea views. 17. Olympia, birthplace of the Olympic Games. Why visit? Walk through the ruins of the original Olympic Stadium, the Temple of Zeus, and the Temple of Hera. Scenery bonus. Lush green landscapes, rolling hills, and the nearby Alpheus River. 18. Naxos, underrated island with ancient marvels. Why visit? The massive Portara, a huge marble doorway from an unfinished temple of Apollo, is an iconic site. Scenery bonus. Stunning beaches like Agios Prokopios, mountains, and charming villages. 19. Tinos, the spiritual and artistic island. Why visit? home to the famous Panagia Evangelistria Church, one of Greece's most important pilgrimage sites. Scenery bonus, wind-sculpted landscapes, quiet beaches, and picturesque villages known for marble art. 20. Ioannina, a fairy tale-like lake town. Why visit? The Byzantine castle of Ioannina and the Parama Cave, one of Europe's most impressive caves. Scenery bonus, set by Lake Pamvatida, surrounded by mountains, with misty and magical views. 21. Hydra, a car-free island, stuck in time. Why visit? No cars are allowed here. Explore cobbled streets, preserved mansions, and the Historical Archive Museum. Scenery bonus, a beautiful port, seaside cliffs, and donkey rides as the main mode of transport. 22. Milo's volcanic beauty and unique beaches. Why visit? Home to the Venus de Milo now in the Louvre, and ancient catacombs. Scenery bonus, exotic beaches like Sirocco moon-like white rock formations, and Kleftiko hidden sea caves. 23. Kastoria, a lakeside gem in northern Greece. Why visit? Byzantine churches, Ottoman mansions, and a rich fur trade history. Scenery bonus, the peaceful Lake Orestiada surrounded by mountains, with beautiful sunsets. 24. Chios, mastic trees and medieval villages. Why visit? The island where mastic, a rare resin used for medicine and cosmetics, is grown. Visit medieval villages like Mesta and Pyrgi with their geometric patterned houses. Scenery bonus, wild beaches, pine forests, and breathtaking coastal views. 25. Zakynthos, the greenest Greek island. Why visit? While it doesn't have ancient ruins, it's famous for its monasteries, like Mani Evan. Scenery bonus, crystal clear beaches, like cow canaries, and lush pine forests. 26. Carpathos, authentic and untouched. Why visit? One of the most traditional islands, with women still wearing ancient-style clothing in Olympus village. Scenery bonus, dramatic cliffs, hidden coves, and one of the most turquoise seas in Greece. 27. Lefkota, Greece's Caribbean. Why visit? No ferry needed, connected to the mainland by a bridge. Scenery bonus, the famous Porto Katsiki and Egrimni beaches, with unreal blue waters and towering cliffs. 28. Syros, elegant and underrated. Why visit? Unlike other Cycladic islands, Syros has neoclassical mansions and the stunning Ermopoli town. Scenery bonus, colorful pastel buildings by the sea, and fewer crowds than Santorini or Mykonos. 29. Samothrace, mythical waterfalls and ancient mystery. Why visit? Home to the sanctuary of the great gods, where the famous winged victory of Samothrace statue was found. Magical waterfalls and pools hidden in lush forests. 30. Pelion, Greece's fairy tale mountain. Why visit? In mythology, this was the home of the centaurs. Features charming stone villages like Makronitsa and Sag. Scenery bonus, a rare combination of mountains, forests, and sea, perfect for hiking and winter escapes. 31. Amorgos, the island of the Big Blue. Why visit? Home to the monastery of Hosovia Tisa, an incredible white structure built into a cliffside. Scenery bonus, crystal clear waters at Aegea Anna Beach, made famous by the movie The Big Blue. 32. Kythera, the island of Aphrodite. Why visit? Linked to the mythological birthplace of Aphrodite and full of Venetian castles and monasteries. Scenery bonus, hidden waterfalls like Phoenicia, dreamy beaches like Kaladi, and dramatic cliffs. 33. Icaria, the island of longevity. Why visit? Known for its residents' long lifespan, relaxed lifestyle, and healing hot springs, green hills, wild beaches, and Panegyria traditional festivals, where people dance all night. 34. Sifnos, gastronomic paradise. Why visit? Famous for its amazing food scene, traditional pottery, and charming whitewashed villages. Scenery bonus, stunning hiking trails and picturesque Chrysobogi Monastery overlooking the sea. 35. Paxos and Antipaxos, tiny Ionian treasures. Why visit? Tiny islands with Venetian charm and beautiful olive groves. The blue caves of Paxos and Antipaxos, Caribbean-like beaches. 36. Alonisos, the eco-island. Why visit? Home to the National Marine Park, where you can spot the rare Mediterranean monk seal. Scenery bonus, unspoiled beaches, pine forests, and charming old town Alonisos. 37. Vologandros, a secluded Cycladic gem. Why visit? A quiet, romantic island with an untouched traditional atmosphere. Scenery bonus, Kora, one of the most beautiful villages in Greece, perched on a cliff. 38. Methoni and Koroni, twin castles of the Peloponnese. Why visit? Imposing Venetian castles overlooking the sea. Scenery bonus, spectacular coastlines, quiet beaches, and postcard-perfect harbor towns. 39. Cassandra and Sithonia, Halkidiki Greek paradise on the mainland. Why visit? Known for pine-covered hills meeting the turquoise sea, with luxurious resorts and quiet coves. Scenery, bonus. Exotic beaches like Kavora Tripes, perfect for a less touristy getaway. 40. Lemnos, Greece's best-kept secret. Why visit? An untouched volcanic island with ancient ruins and traditional stone villages. Scenery, bonus. Golden sand dunes like a mini Sahara in Greece, and the impressive Ferroclo rock formations. 46. Nisiros, Greece's active volcano island. Why visit? Walk inside the crater of an active volcano at Stefanos crater. Scenery, bonus. A Sugao lunar-like landscape and picturesque white and blue villages. 47. Egistri, Athens quick island escape. Why visit? A small, relaxing island just an hour from Athens, perfect for a quick getaway. Scenery, bonus. Crystal clear waters, pine-covered hills, and charming little beaches. 48. Forni, Greece's secret pirate hideout. Why visit? Once a pirate haven, now a tranquil island with fishing villages and fresh seafood. Secluded beaches and rugged coastlines perfect for explorers. 49. Eretria, ancient marvels by the sea. Why visit? Once a powerful ancient city-state, with well-preserved ruins and an archaeological museum. Scenery, bonus. A scenic coastal setting on the island of Evia, with beautiful beaches nearby. 50. Trichala and Meteora, a winter wonderland. Why visit? Meteoris monasteries are already magical, but nearby Trikala also has a Christmas village and a Byzantine fortress. Mainland Greece. 51. Vergina, the tomb of Alexander the Great's father. Why visit? The royal tombs of Aigai, including the tomb of Philip II Alexander the Great's father, with breathtaking artifacts, set in the beautiful Macedonian countryside, surrounded by mountains and fields. 52. Edessa, the city of waterfalls. Why visit? Home to Greece's tallest waterfalls, including the stunning Karanos waterfall. Lush, greenery, rivers, and stunning views over the plains of northern Greece. 53. Prespa Lakes, Greece's hidden natural paradise. Why visit? A peaceful national park, shared between Greece, Albania, and North Macedonia. Scenery, bonus. Stunning lakes, floating fishermen villages, and rare bird species. 54. Drama, the wine and Christmas wonderland. Why visit? Known for its wineries, Byzantine castles, and the famous Onoropoli Christmas village in December. Scenery, bonus. Nestled in the Rhodope Mountains, full of forests, rivers, and caves. 55. Mount Athos, the monastic state. Why visit? A self-governed monastic community with 20 Orthodox monasteries, only accessible to male visitors. Scenery, bonus. Unspoiled mountain landscapes, dense forests, and an untouched coastline. 56. Thermopylae, the Battle of the 300. Why visit? The legendary site where King Leonidas and his 300 Spartans fought against the Persians. Hot springs and a rugged mountain pass. 57. Dodon, the oldest oracle in Greece. Why visit? One of the oldest oracles in the world, even older than Delphi. Scenery, bonus. A dramatic setting in the Epirus region, surrounded by green hills. 58. River Acheron, the mythical underworld river. Why visit? Believed to be the river that led souls to Hades, with ancient myths surrounding it. Scenery, bonus. Crystal clear waters, stone bridges, and a dramatic river gorge. Greek islands. Beyond the famous ones. 59. Seriphos, the untouched Cycladic beauty. Why visit? Less touristy than Mykonos or Santorini, with whitewashed villages and a castle-topped Kora. Scenery, bonus. Golden sandy beaches and rocky landscapes. 60. Anafi, Santorini's quieter twin. Why visit? A peaceful alternative to Santorini, with similar volcanic landscapes and charming white houses. From the monolithic rock of Kalamos, one of the largest in Europe. 61. Assos, the Emerald Island. Why visit? A lush green island, known for its marble beaches and ancient ruins. Scenery, bonus. The Jola Lagoon, a natural rock pool, and stunning waterfalls. 62. Simi, the island of colorful mansions. Why visit? Its neoclassical harbor is one of the most photogenic in Greece. Turquoise waters, secluded beaches, and picturesque villages. 63. Kossos, the island of resistance. Why visit? Famous for its rich naval history and untouched Greek traditions. Scenery, bonus. Unspoiled beaches, cave formations, and historic monasteries. 64. Oinousses, the tiny maritime paradise. Why visit? A tiny island near Chios, home to many Greek shipping families. Scenery bonus, pristine beaches and a quiet, untouched atmosphere. 65. Kufanesia, the mini Maldives of Greece. Why visit? A small island group with some of the most turquoise waters in Greece. Scenery bonus, exotic sea caves and natural rock pools. 66. Skynoussa, Greece's hidden gem for food lovers. Why visit? A quiet island, known for its delicious seafood and traditional Greek cuisine. Hidden beaches, perfect for a peaceful escape. 67. Sara, the revolutionary island. Why visit? An island with a rich history in Greece's War of Independence. Scenery bonus, rugged coastlines, wild beauty, and serene landscapes. Mountain and adventure destinations. 68. Zagori, the stone villages of Epirus. Why visit? A region of 46 traditional stone villages, famous for stone bridges and the Vikos Gorge, one of the deepest gorges in the world. Scenery bonus, dense forests, rivers, and fairy tale-like landscapes. 69. Mount Taygetus, Sparta's mythical mountain. Why visit? The famous mountain of ancient Spartan training. Scenery bonus, rugged peaks, deep gorges, and panoramic views of the Peloponnese. 7. Pindus National Park, the Greek Alps. Why visit? Greece's best alpine hiking destination, with rare wildlife. Lake Plastira, Greece's artificial paradise. Why visit? A stunning man-made lake, perfect for canoeing, hiking, and horseback riding. Scenery bonus, snow-covered mountains in winter, lush greenery in summer. 72. Mount Pelion, where centaurs roamed. Why visit? Home to ancient Greek mythology's centaurs, featuring stone villages and traditional mansions. Scenery bonus, a mix of mountain forests and Aegean beaches. Volcanic and geological wonders. 73. Methana, Greece's forgotten volcano. Why visit? A volcanic peninsula with hot springs and dramatic craters. Scenery bonus, fjord-like coastlines and sulfuric blue-green waters. 74. Lesvos, the petrified forest. Why visit? Home to a fossilized forest, one of the oldest in the world. Scenery bonus, groves, and thermal springs. 75. Kalymnos, the rock climbing capital. Why visit? The best rock climbing destination in Greece, with caves and towering cliffs. Scenery bonus, crystal clear waters and secluded beaches. More mainland Greece treasures. 76. Ioannina, the lakeside jewel. Why visit? A castle town with Ottoman influences, Byzantine monasteries, and Ali Pasha's island. Scenery bonus, the misty Lake Pamvodus surrounded by mountains. 77. Naupaktos, a Venetian port town. Why visit? A charming medieval port, famous for the Battle of Lepanto. Scenery bonus, a Venetian castle, a seaside promenade, and mountain views. 78. Karpanesi, Greece's winter wonderland. Why visit? Known as the Switzerland of Greece, perfect for skiing and hiking. Scenery bonus, forested slopes, waterfalls, and stone villages. 79. Dimasana, a historic mountain retreat. Why visit? A preserved stone village with old watermills, monasteries, and an open-air museum. Scenery bonus, perched on a mountain with breathtaking views of the Lausios Gorge. 8. Mona Mavasia, Greece's hidden medieval town. Why visit? A Byzantine fortress town built into a rock, only accessible by a single bridge. Scenery bonus, narrow stone streets, ancient churches, and cliff-top sea views. 81. Mahoney Peninsula, the land of tower houses. Why visit? A rugged region full of stone tower villages, ancient ruins, and pirate legends. Scenery bonus, a mix of rocky coastlines, hidden coves, and mountains. 82. Kalevrita, the town of Greek resistance. Why visit? A place of heroic history, with the famous Rak Railway and Cave of Lakes. Scenery bonus, snowy peaks, forests, and dramatic gorges. 83. Meteora's hidden monasteries. Why visit? Breathtaking rock formations, sunrise views, and untouched landscapes. 80. Izoumirka, the wild Epirus Mountains. Why visit? One of Greece's least explored mountain regions, filled with stone bridges, gorges, and waterfalls. Scenery bonus, dramatic cliffs, raging rivers, and deep forests. More Greek islands and secluded paradises. 85. Zakynthos, the secluded cyclotic gem. Why visit? A tiny island with only 2 villages, untouched by mass tourism. Scenery bonus, Heraklia, the ultimate off-grid getaway. Why visit? A quiet, nearly deserted island, perfect for hiking and deep relaxation. Scenery bonus, a mystical cave, sea caves, and pristine beaches. 87. Donosa, a tiny island with exotic waters. Why visit? Scenery bonus. Stunning remote beaches, sea caves, and traditional Greek tavernas. 80. Carpathos, the island of traditions. Why visit? Leros, a wartime history haven. Why visit? A World War II battlefield island, with Italian architecture and hidden war relics. Secret tunnels, stunning harbors, and old castles. 90. A tiny, colorful island near Turkey, with one of the biggest sea caves in Greece. Scenery bonus. Pastel-colored houses, sapphire waters, and a secluded atmosphere. More nature, caves and geological wonders. 91. Lake Doxa, the alpine lake of Greece. Why visit? A stunning artificial lake surrounded by snowy peaks and pine forests. Scenery bonus. A tiny island church in the middle of the lake. 92. Parama Cave, Greece's underground wonderland. Why visit? Scenery bonus. Underground lakes and hidden chambers. 93. Samothrace, the island of waterfalls. Why visit? A mystical island, home to the sanctuary of the great gods and endless waterfalls. Scenery bonus. Thermal pools, dense forests, and stunning beaches. 94. Dracolimni, Greece's alpine dragon lakes. Why visit? Mount Olympus, home of the gods. Why visit? The highest mountain in Greece, with legendary mythological history. Scenery bonus. Cloud-covered peaks, deep gorges, and ancient caves. More stunning and unique beaches. 96. A crazy zigzag cove, with incredible blue water. Scenery bonus. Towering cliffs surrounding an untouched beach. 97. Oidakilia Beach, the Greek Omega Beach. Why visit? A perfect omega-shaped beach with golden sand and clear water. Scenery bonus. Dunes, a castle view, and ancient ruins nearby. 98. Votomi Beach, Anchpax, the exotic Ionian. Why visit? One of the clearest beaches in the Ionian Sea, perfect for snorkeling. Turquoise water and lush green hills. 99. Simos Beach Elafonisos, the double beach. Why visit? A rare double beach with golden sand and shallow, warm waters. Scenery bonus. Dunes, pink hues, and a Caribbean-like feel. 100. Sarakaniko Beach Milos, the lunar beach. Why visit? A white volcanic rock beach, making it look like a moon landscape. Scenery bonus. Smooth white cliffs against deep blue waters.